Starting a new series today on freedom. And we're talking about the tyrants who are trying to keep us from being free. You see, the Bible tells us it is for freedom that Christ has set us free. Stand firm then. Do not let yourselves be burdened again by a yoke of slavery. Christians are free. And that is what they need to understand. They need to grow in. They need to more than just know. They need to actually be. But there's a challenge. Very few believers feel free or are experiencing freedom or are living in freedom, and certainly very few are sharing and giving freedom. Why is that? Well, there are more things going on here than just how you feel and what you do. Today we talk about the tyrants who are trying to take away your freedom. The Bible says this in Romans 5:12. When Adam sinned, sin entered the world. Adam's sin brought death, so death spread to everyone, for everyone sinned. Revelations 12:10, the Bible says, "For the accuser of our brothers and sisters has been thrown down to earth, the one who accuses them before our God day and night." There are entities, beings that are working to take away your freedom. There are more realms in existence than just the one you can see, taste, touch, or feel. There is a realm that is ruled by men, the one we walk on and can see. One that's ruled by Satan. He's the prince of the power of the air that's over and has authority over this realm. And one that's ruled by God that has authority over all realms. So we need to realize that's how things are. We also need to realize that how God messed with those realms when he sent his son to die on a cross and establish a new order, basically establish a new creation, a being that lives on the earth that's under all those realms, but also exists in heaven that's also over all those realms. And you can be sure that there's an enemy. His name is Satan. The Bible calls him the accuser, that's very upset about this reality and this change in authority that Christ has accomplished. And so what the enemy does is he tries to take away our freedom. And how does he do that? Well, Satan is a lawyer. He's a prosecuting attorney. And he's always using the very things that God used, God made, God created that are good to try and accuse us and strip us of our freedoms. The problem is that God has freed us from all those laws through Jesus Christ. So the enemy tries to use the laws of the Old Testament against us to condemn us, to curse us, whatever he can do. And when that doesn't work, then he tries to use our past against us to try and also condemn us and try and use those old covenants, old relationships, old failures, all kinds of things to keep us from living in freedom. So you have an enemy that is out for your freedom, but there are also others who are afraid of your freedom. The Bible says in John 5:9, instantly the man was healed. He rolled up his sleeping mat and began walking. But the miracle happened on the Sabbath, so the Jewish leaders objected. Religion does not like freedom. Religion likes rules and expectations and punishments. The problem with religion is that it's of the flesh, and it tries to use fleshly tools to accomplish righteousness and goodness. And all that can ever do is awaken sin, awaken a desire to sin. That's what the Bible teaches clearly in Romans chapter 7. So we need to understand that not only is there an enemy, Satan, trying to take away our freedom, there are others that are trying to take away our freedom, some through religion, but then there are even more trying to take away our freedom. James 4:2, you want what you don't have, so you scheme and kill to get it. You're jealous of what others have, but you can't get it, so you fight in order to take it away from them, yet you don't have what you want because you don't ask God for it. Insecure, faithless people don't want you to be free either. People are afraid of your freedom. They're afraid that you might do something that could harm them or scare them or some other thing. So they try and find ways to imply rules upon you. So our world is filled with these rule-creating entities, corporations, HOAs, governments, name it, whatever, the sports teams, that people are trying to find and create rules to take away your freedom. Now, am I arguing for anarchy and the absolute absence of rules? No, what I'm arguing for is God's rules, the Ten Commandments, the Sermon on the Mount, even the Torah, the 613 laws that are presented in Genesis through Deuteronomy would be a vast improvement over the thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of laws that we try to live by today, because those laws will never do what they're intended to do. They'll never accomplish righteousness. They'll never protect people. All those laws will do is awaken desires in us to break those laws. So you got a lot of folks after your freedom. What are you going to do? 1 John 2:1. My dear children, I'm writing this to you so that you will not sin. But if anyone does sin, we have an advocate who pleads our case with the Father. He is Jesus Christ, the one who is truly righteous. Yes, you have a legal problem. You have a prosecuting attorney who's trying to squash you, trying to end your freedom. But you also have a defense attorney. Hebrews 7:25, therefore he's able once and forever to save those who come to God through him. He lives forever to intercede with God on their behalf. You have the greatest defense attorney of all eternity fighting for your freedom, and he purchased that freedom with his own blood. He knows that your freedom is what will change the world. It is for freedom that Christ has set us free.